Welcome to yoga for Ailish, or yoga for people with scoliosis, right? So I like to start in Virasana. So put your block, so grab a block, blanket, strap. I know you like your black blocks. Grab the black block, put it down here, and put it so that your feet or your ankles kind of hug it. Separate the knees, and then come to sit back onto that block and adjust it so that you can sit up nice and tall and land here, right? In this moment, in this space, feeling your shins on the mat, tops of your feet on the ground. You can put your hands on your thighs and start by landing with your breath. I know that this part's difficult, so let's just let go of judgments and just maybe one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest. Inhale to the belly, up into the ribs, up into the chest. Sit up nice and tall. Exhale. As you exhale, it drains out. Maybe that belly comes to the spine. Inhale. Fully, completely breathing in, connecting to that breath. Exhale it out. One more. Inhale to the belly, up into the ribs, up into the chest. And exhale, drain it all out. Let it go. And use that as a way to kind of land here, soften a little bit, and become one with your body. So with that in mind, go ahead and inhale, roll those shoulders up and back. So do it with the breath. Inhale, shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, back and down. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, back and down. Inhale, up. Exhale, back and down. Very good. Landing here, maybe side to side, finding those sit bones rooted in that block. Let's go ahead and take the hands out in front of us. Let's take those mummy arms. Flip the palms up or fingertips up and then point them down. Inhale, point them up. Press them away from you. Sit up tall. Exhale, press them down. Inhale, point them up. Maybe pull those fingers back towards the face. Point it down. Just opening up those wrists. Pull the right fingertips back. Press it down. And then maybe give it a few rolls. You can go individual. You can bring your hands together. Roll them around. Just opening up the wrists. Inhale, exhale. Land here again. Bring those arms out to a T. And then exhale, float it down. And find your fingertips on the mat, right? So roll those shoulders back, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, breathe down. So feeling your fingertips maybe touch the ground. Then we're gonna move with the breath, right? So inhale, arms up. Maybe gently look up. Exhale, arms down. Maybe gently draw a line with your nose and tuck that chin. Let's try it a few times. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, float it down. Two more. Inhale, arms up. Gather that energy up. And exhale, float it down. One more full inhale. And exhale, float it down. Very good. Again, sit up nice and tall. Bring those arms out to the T again. Flip those palms so that they face up towards the sky. By now, inhale, gently pull those thumbs back just an inch or so. Feeling the full length of both arms, maybe gently opening up in the front of the shoulders. And as you exhale, slowly bring those arms, keep everything else where it is, together. Maybe the pinkies touch in front of the face. Then inhale, those arms open. And then point the palms down. Maybe even point the thumbs down. Thumbs down, boo, I don't want to be doing this. But we're here, bend at the elbows. And let's find the lower back with your the backs of your hands. So the back of your hands touching that lower back. Just find a breath here. Inhale, roll those shoulders back. And now as you exhale, press your lower back flat against those hands. Feeling that engagement of the core. And then inhale, finding the length between the fingertips, flip the palms up, and then find those pinkies in front of you again. Inhale, open up. Then go ahead and palms down, thumbs down, boo. Then and bend at the elbows. Find that lower back with the backs of your hands. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, look up, feel nice and tall, right? That length of the spine. And then exhale, pull that navel to the spine, squeeze that belly into that lower back. Push that tailbone down into the block. Inhale, arms out, and exhale, float the arms down. Feel that length pressing into those fingertips. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, and exhale, let it go. Very good. Let's move the block, put it to the side, bring your strap along. Let's come to lying down. So once you come to that lying down position, first maybe plant your feet flat on the mat. You can even grab your shins, right? Inhale, roll those shoulders back, up, and then slowly, maybe arms out, and slowly roll all the way down, one vertebrae at a time. Come all the way down to lying down. You keep the feet flat and the knees bent. Maybe even do so with that and lift the tailbone up off the ground, and you can push down the vertebrae of the spine one at a time till you feel the full length of the spine. Then maybe lift the head up off the ground, get nice and long with the neck, and then place that back down. And just notice the full length of the spine all the way down and what's touching, right? It's not all going to be perfect, so we're just noticing what you notice. Take those knees, feet as wide as the mat. Let these knees flop over to the left. Maybe look over the right shoulder. Inhale back to center, and then over to the right-hand side. Maybe look over the left shoulder. You can bring your arms out to the T if you'd like. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Knees over to the side. One more time on each side. Inhale, the knees up. Exhale, the knees over to the left. Maybe look over the right shoulder. Inhale, knees up, and exhale, over to the left, to the right. And then back up to center. And bring your feet a little closer together, maybe closer to the heels closer to the sit bones. And you can reach your hands down for those heels, and if they touch. If not, don't worry about it. And then find your shoulders flat on the mat. Again, press into those feet flat. Maybe press into the hands. Inhale, lift the hips up off the ground. Feel this nice engagement in the thighs. The hips lift. And then exhale, lower it down. Again, try to go really slow and feel the whole length of the spine as it lowers down, touching the ground. Exhale, inhale, just grow. Belly expands. And exhale. Navel to spine, maybe feel a flat lower back. Now inhale, lift those hips again. Feel that bridge as you lift the hips up off the ground. Pressing into those feet, maybe even pressing into those hands. And then exhale, lower it down, one vertebrae at a time. Notice the length of the spine as it comes down. And then press that lower back into the mat as you finish exhaling. One more. Inhale, lift the hips up off the ground, engage. And then exhale, lower it down. Very good. Grab your strap. Take your left leg out long. Bring your right knee in. Give it a squeeze. Then find your strap. Go ahead and wrap it around that right foot and put it right there in the ball of the foot. So this way, when you start to kick that leg straight, you want to notice that the leg has to be straight, right? So if it's still bent and I'm all the way up here, that's not going to help. So I want to kick that leg straight and then feel where you feel the grip of the strap, and maybe be able to bring your elbows down to the ground, your shoulders on the mat. Inhale, just kick that right heel up and away from you, and then maybe even press a little bit into that strap with the foot. Inhale and exhale. As you exhale, try to loosen the grip in the strap a little bit and engage the leg a little bit more. Inhale, kick that right heel up and away from you. Try to straighten that leg. Exhale, see if you can let go of the strap even more. Maybe it's just a very loose slack. Exhale and press down into that left hip. Inhale, one more breath. And exhale, rebend that right knee. And then maybe even take that right knee out to the right a little bit to open up that hip. Inhale. And then exhale, bring it back to center. And then take it out long and lower it down. Let's find that other side. Inhale that left knee in and give that left ankle a few circles. And when you're ready, grab that strap, put it around that left foot, kick it up straight. Maybe find that your shoulders and elbows can come down to the mat. Inhale, kick that left heel up and away from you. And exhale, pull that left foot back. Now, this is different, right? Each side's gonna be different. So notice how you can get that leg nice and straight, kicking into that left heel away from you. Maybe the toes back towards the face, and then you could press into that strap with your foot like you're pressing on a pedal. And notice the grip of the strap. See if you can loosen. Inhale and exhale. One more breath, inhale, kick that heel away from you, and then exhale, rebend the knee. Maybe grab that left knee, pull it in, and then maybe pull it out to the left, opening up the hip a little bit, inhale, and then exhale, bring it back to straight, and then take it out long. Take those arms up overhead, reach for the sky, for the wall behind you. Get nice and long. Inhale, reach and stretch. Maybe reach with that right hand and hike up that left hip. Then the same, reach with that left hand, hike up that right hip. And then reach with both. And then exhale, bring your hands back down to your hips. Feet flat back on the mat. Knees up towards the sky. One more bridge. Inhale, lift those hips up off the ground. Exhale, see where you can soften and release, maybe in the hands, maybe the shoulders. Boop. Inhale. And then exhale, lower it down, one vertebra at a time. Lower back on the mat. And then go ahead and bring your knees into your chest. Roll those ankles around, roll yourself around, get into a little ball, get fun, get silly, roll around, whee! And then find your way up and through. It's not quite the same without Ailish being here in the room. We work off each other's energy. So Ailish, watch the video, do your best. Let's find tabletop. So coming into a tabletop, you want to find your hands underneath your shoulders. We do this, right? And the other thing you'll do is you could take this block, again, put it by your feet, and go ahead and squeeze that block with your ankles. And find your hands underneath your shoulders. And let's find our cat-cows, right? So you want to open up by inhaling, dropping the belly, maybe looking forward and finding that tailbone up towards the sky, and then exhale, pressing the ground away from you. Squeeze that block with your feet and maybe tuck that tailbone and press the upper back away. Inhale, drop the belly, look forward, tailbone towards the sky. Exhale, round. Inhale, drop the belly, look forward. Feel the length between the armpit and the hip. Notice the space between your knees. Exhale, pressing that upper back up and away. Go ahead and let your head be loose and your neck be able to nod, shake. Inhale, drop the belly, look forward. And exhale, tuck the tailbone. One more round of cat-cow here, dropping the belly, looking forward. Put that effort in, exhale. Push that ground away from you, upper back expands, that tailbone tucks, head drops. And then back to that neutral spine, right? We're gonna find our favorite here, our bird dog. So don't worry about the block. And find your bird dog prep. So the first thing we'll do is find that neutral spine. And then take those left toes back, tuck the toes, and maybe find a little bit of gentle movement or pressing that heel back away from you. Inhale, exhale. Just switch it, bring that right foot out, tuck those tailbone, or move the block, whatever. Inhale, exhale, back to center. Now take that left foot back, right hand out in front of you and tent those fingers. Let's find our prep first. So make sure that that left hand is rooted, maybe the top of the right foot, right knee, and then maybe you find your bird dog. Lift that left leg back, lift it up, kick it back towards the wall behind you, then maybe reach that right hand out. Remember how we usually shake hands, touch fingers? Reach out and stretch. So find that right hand pulls away from that left foot. At the same time, press that ground away from you. Inhale, reach and stretch, find that length. exhale, just breathe here and maybe bring that spine, that lower back flush with the ceiling. Engaging that core. Inhale, reach and stretch. One more. Point those left toes down towards the ground. Kick that left heel away from you. That right hand looks like it's going to shake someone's hand. Inhale. And then exhale, bring it back down. The left knee, the right ankle. And look ahead and look over your right shoulder, then the left. And find those side bends. Inhale and exhale. Let's find the other side. Go ahead and take those right toes back. Tuck the toes. Maybe play with pulsing on that calf. Make sure you have your stability of that right hand underneath you, that left knee. Maybe find your bird dog prep here. Lifting, finding your fingertips on the ground in front of you. That left hand reaches out. Maybe you find your bird dog. Lift that right leg. Maybe it's just a few inches off the ground. Find the length. Then maybe play with that left hand. Reach it out. Inhale, press that ground away from you. Exhale, find the length. So your right toes are pointed down, kicking through that right heel. That left hand is out to shake someone's hand. Inhale, press the ground away from you. Exhale, pull that navel to the spine. Flush lower back against the ceiling. Inhale. One more breath as you find that length. And then exhale, bring it down. Hand, knee. Maybe sway those hips from side to side. Roll the wrists one at a time. Very good. Looking over one shoulder and the other. Very good. Now go ahead and take your legs out long in front of you again. Let's find our Dandasana. So take your blanket roll. And let's find it against our sit bones. Go ahead and sit on the blanket roll. And then, we've done this before, one leg at a time, shoot that right heel out, and then shoot the left heel out, and you're walking your sit bones off of the edge of the towel or the blanket, so your sit bones root down deeply in the mat, so you feel your bones of your butt in the ground, and the flesh of the butt is being lifted up by the blanket. There's your Dandasana. Toes up towards the sky, you're kicking your heels away from you, maybe even pressing down your thighs to feel the back of the legs on the ground. Inhale, press into that, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, shoulders away from ears, and maybe finding your hands next to your hips. Exhale, press down into those hands. So if you have to bend at the elbows, that's okay. Feel the energy as you inhale, nice and tall. You know how I usually put my leg here right behind your back. Just imagining that right there, that straight, tall spine. Inhale, exhale, breathe it down. Let's grab our block, right? We like to play with this. Grab your block in front of you and squeeze it. Push into it and give it a squeeze and try to squeeze it together and crush it. Hug it down. Inhale, roll the shoulders up and back. Whew. Now take the block, squeeze it and press it out in front of you. And try to squeeze it together. And then drop it down. Inhale, roll the shoulders up and back. And then squeeze that block and lift it over your head. Go ahead and find it really tall. So try to press the block up into the sky and at the same time press it together. Inhale, feel that full length as you inhale. Now keep squeezing the block, but exhale those shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. As you exhale, pull that navel to the spine and let that flush lower back is against the wall behind you. Press down through those sit bones, through the thighs. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, shoulders away from ears, but at the same time, squeeze that block and feel your sit bones rooting deeply in the earth. One more. Inhale. Maybe reach up. Exhale. Sinking a little bit deeper, shoulders away from ears. Very good. Now slowly lower that block all the way down. Very good. Take it, flip it, grab it, place it to the side. Put your hands next to your hips. Inhale, roll those shoulders back. Exhale, press down. Very good. Now, we'll come off that blanket. Move it to the side. Let's take those legs around. Come on up and through. We're gonna work our way into standing. So let's find our down dog by pressing into the fingertips, grip the ground, maybe tuck those toes, and then you're gonna inhale, lift those knees up off the ground, exhale, press into those hands, pressing the hips up, and then exhale, press them back to the wall behind you, and maybe find your heels come a little closer to the ground. Inhale, bend one knee, then the other. Exhale, breathe down and out through the hands. Remember that neck is nice and loose. Inhale. And then exhale, we're gonna walk our feet up to the hands. Bend those knees generously and find your hands touching the ground, maybe just the fingertips. And then we're gonna inhale all the way up to standing. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale, float it down. So we're standing, right? So let's find that block. Let's bring it between the thighs. It could be whatever setting you feel like you want to do here. But stand with your feet flat on the mat. This block between your thighs. And then shoulders. Inhale, roll the shoulders up. Exhale, back and down the back body. Bring those fingers out. This is the Tadasana, right? Ta-da! Inhale. Exhale. You know this. Inhale, shoulders roll up towards the ears. Exhale, back and down. Squeeze that block together and feeling all the energy come up the legs, up through the ribs, up into the chest, the shoulders. Inhale, rolling them back. And then exhale, breathe that energy out and down through your fingers. Feeling that stability, squeeze that block, inhale. And exhale, breathe as if you can breathe down through your tailbone, out, and then down through your hands, through your feet. And engage that core. One more, inhale. Fully expanding, exhale. Very good. Now grab your block, let's bring it along. You're gonna put it between the thighs again, and you're gonna awkwardly push your hands onto the wall, right? And then you're gonna walk your feet back until you can start walking your hands down the wall, and then turn your hands out a little bit. So you're kind of rotating those pinkies away from you, thumbs up towards the sky, just a little bit, and start to find your half lift, right? So you know this. As you inhale, you press your hands into that wall. As you exhale, you're pressing your hips back. So squeeze that block, press your hands away from the wall, and start to find that neutral neck, right? So the top of your head is now long and being pulled towards the wall as well. As you inhale, as you exhale, press those hips back and squeeze that block together. Feeling the full length of your arms. Go ahead and find a little bit more rotation. Inhale. Breathe into your ribs, like your ribs can be separated. Exhale, press those hips back and down, maybe walking the hands a little bit more. Inhale. Find that length. Exhale, press that wall away from you. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Maybe find the feet underneath you. Squeeze that block. Exhale, press those hips back. You know this feel. Inhale, long neck. And then exhale, start to walk those feet back up to the front. Take the block away. And then maybe turn your back to the wall. Drop the block. Place your back against it. Go ahead and find that straight, tall spine, that Tadasana, right? That inhale. Exhale. Very good. Come away from the wall. Let's find our feet together as close as we can. Notice the full length of the spine. Maybe lift all 10 toes, place them all back down. Maybe come up onto the toes, lift the heels, place those back down. Rolling on the outer edges of the feet, and then placing that big toe down the inner edge. And then find your flat feet on the ground, and then inhale your arms overhead, reach for the sky. Once you find that length, go ahead and maybe grab that right wrist. Gently pull it up, and as you pull it over, keep that right heel anchored deeply into the mat. Inhale, maybe drop that left hand, look up at that right wrist, right elbow crease, inhale. Noticing the length all the way from this right wrist all the way down to that right foot. Inhale and exhale. Maybe draw a line with your nose and look down at that left hand. And then inhale, both arms back up. And exhale, both arms down. Roll the shoulders up and back, down the back body. Tadasana. Let's find the stretch on the other side. Inhale, both arms up. Grab that left wrist, pull it up. And then gently pull it over. Just enough so that you could press down through that left heel. Inhale. Exhale, drop that right hand. Maybe inhale, look up at that left wrist crease, wrist, arm, ceiling, whatever. Exhale, draw that line with your nose down towards the ground or towards the right hand. Inhale, look back up at that hand. Bring everything back up. And exhale, everything down. Very good. So let's come on down to the ground. Let's go ahead and inhale, arms up. And exhale, slowly bending at the knees, sinking those hips down, coming all the way down to your mat. Let's go ahead and bringing the shins, roll the shoulders back. Inhale, pull yourself forward, and then exhale, soften a little bit. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, pull the chest up, forward, sit up nice and tall, and then exhale, maybe even round forward gently. And then inhale one more time, rolling the shoulders back, sit up nice and tall. And now, as we exhale, put the hands out in front of you, lower down. One vertebrae at a time, coming down nice and slow till we get all the way to lying down. And take those legs out long again. So here, because that's not gonna work. Here, what we're gonna do is take the arms up overhead, get nice and long there, feel the length, and then you're gonna come over to your side. Remember how we did this? So you're gonna roll over onto your right side and keep yourself nice and long. Then you could feel maybe your palms touching, and maybe you're on your side here and it's a little wobbly, and that's okay. There is a balance here. Inhale and exhale. If you want, you take a blanket roll and you put it underneath this crease right here between the hip and the ribs. That'll help balance you. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift that left leg off the ground. Hold, kick that heel away from you, point the toes towards the wall in front of you. Inhale. Maybe lift that left arm up towards the sky. And then exhale, let's lower everything down. Slowly get long as you lower. 3 more times. Inhale, lift that left leg up, maybe the left arm. And exhale, lower it down. Slowly get long as you lower. 2 more. Inhale, left leg up, left arm up. Try to keep everything where it is. Exhale, lower it down to meet. 1 more time. Inhale, left arm, left leg. Try to keep that leg straight. And exhale, lower it. Very good. Go ahead and come on to your back. And let's bring the knees into the chest. Roll it around a few times. Get playful. Side to side. Woo. And then go ahead and take it long. And let's find it on the other side. So left side, if you want to use the blanket roll, you can. Don't worry about it. Come on to lying down. Take that arm overhead. Notice the full length of the body. If you're wobbling, that's okay. Inhale and exhale. When you're ready, inhale that right leg up. So you're bringing it up to where you feel comfortable. Try to keep that leg straight. Point the toes. Kick the heel away. And then maybe lift that right arm up for the sky. As you lower, go slow. Really find the length of your arm overhead. Length of the leg. Inhale, lift again. Feeling the lift. Exhale, lower it down. 2 more. Inhale, right leg lifts. Right arm. Exhale, lower. 1 more time. Inhale, right leg. Right arm. Feel the length. Feel the height. And exhale, get long, lower. Very good. And now come on to the belly. Ooh. And go ahead and find your hands underneath your shoulders. And take your legs out long. Untuck the toes. Point the toes, tops of the feet rooted in the mat. And let's go ahead and find that. So inhale that right foot up off the ground. Point those right toes back behind you. And I know you're trying to reach the wall behind you. I know you're trying. Find that, and then exhale, lower. Soften. You can even bring your hands down all the way, the backs of your hands on the mat, or maybe even your palms face down on the mat. Inhale that left leg up. Point those left toes back to the wall behind you. You're looking for length, not height. And then exhale, lower. 3 more on each side. Inhale, right toe, point. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left leg, point, and lower. Inhale, right leg, and lower. Exhale. Inhale, left leg, point. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right leg, point. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left leg, point. Exhale, lower. Very good. Feel the whole length of the spine. Inhale. Exhale, soften. And then go ahead, tuck the toes, press yourself up and back into your child's pose. So this is where we press our hips back towards the heels, maybe taking the hands out in front of you. Inhale. And then exhale, bring those hands down and alongside you to your heels. And then maybe drop your forehead to the mat. Rolling your forehead on the ground a little bit. Give it a massage. Inhale. And exhale fully, completely, letting your shoulders drop a little closer to the mat. And just take a few rounds of breath in your child's pose here. Inhale. And exhale. And after you've taken a few rounds of breath, we'll come on back up to your seat. Throw your legs around here. Come to a comfortable seat. You can sit in your cross-legged position. Maybe you want to bring that block back into play and you can sit on it. Sit up nice and tall. Roll your shoulders up. Exhale back and down. Bring your arms up overhead. Hands come together, thumb comes down to meet the chest, and give yourself a moment to bow down to yourself, to thank yourself as we close this practice. Thank yourself for showing up, for arriving, for being present and putting in the effort. And I thank you, and I look forward to seeing you again. Namaste.